Good afternoon. This is the first session in the social study in the fourth quarter. Today is Wednesday, 21st of April 2021. The whole unit is speaking about the alternative fuel. And what is fuel? Fuel is it's something that produces energy, whether this energy was a kind of heat or power. Alternative fuels, it means that something, if you have to think, you are using something and you decided to change it and use something else because maybe this thing is causing troubles or make problems, so you are searching for an alternative. Something can give you the same thing but with less problems. This is the unit is what the unit is going to represent. First, so what is fuel? Fuel is something that is used to make energy. It changes the energy into heat or power. What are the kinds of fuel? We have non-renewable fuel and we have renewable fuel. And away from them is the nuclear fuel, and we cannot count the nuclear fuel with those two kinds for a reason, because nuclear fuel is a homemade, and it's not like the non-renewable and renewable fuel. The non-renewable and renewable fuel, both of them are made of fossil fuel. They are made of fossil fuel, made of carbon molecules. Why the nuclear fuel? Yes, it is non-renewable. It means that we cannot renew it again. If it ends, we don't have any more of it. But it's not a fossil fuel that like the two kinds, because it's not made from carbon molecules. Right. What are the examples of non-renewable fuels? Non-renewable fuels, number one form of the fossil fuel, as I told you. What is the fossil fuel? It formed because of the fossil. What is the fossil? When the plants or the animal died, they just their bodies buried under the ground. Before their decomposition, there a kind of pressure and heat happened to them, turning it into a liquid, which is the fuel itself. So the example of the fossil fuels is like the petroleum, like natural gas that we use in our home right now. The propane, the kind of gas used in here in this and this thing. Also the beet. What is the beet? The beet is when the animal or the plant die, their corpse turn to this substance. And finally the coal, and we know what is the coal. It's this black rock, we use it in producing the energy. Okay, those products that I have mentioned before are from fossil fuel. Why? Because the natural process that made them started millions of years ago. It takes millions of years in order to form the fossil and then getting the fuel out of it. Those products also are, why are they non-renewable? Because there is no way to make more when they are gone. We cannot make more of them. That's why they are non-renewable. Is there a problem of the fossil fuel? Yes. There is problem for the fossil fuel. Number one, they are limited supply, cannot be renewed. They cause pollution also. That's why we are looking for another way to make energy. We are looking for another way to make energy instead of using the fossil fuel. Right. Air pollution that caused by the fossil fuel, we have something called the smog. Sometimes you find the sky look like that. So what is it? This is a smog. Smog is a word made by combining two words, smoke and fog. The fog is something natural. Caused by the plants, of course. What about the smoke? The smoke comes from vehicles, homes, and industries using fossil fuels. When they burn the fossil fuel, they produce this smoke. The smoke is made up of millions of pieces of 100 fuel floating in the air. It's the smoke again, million of pieces of burned fuel, they are floating on the air. When they float, what will happen to them later? They are going to push to land. Those particles land on the land and on the buildings. Efforts to clean it off, it will cause pollution to water and to soil, of course, because the water used to clean it up, it will just flow back to the water or back to the soil. These particles are also called emission, and it can cause health problems. That's why one of its problem. How when people breathe it, it may get weak and sick, especially those people who have respiratory disease. Okay, this is the end of the first part. Next part, inshallah, we're going to study the nuclear fuel. Thank you very much, and see you again. Thank you. Bye bye.